Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Kei te pia koe, kia ora whanau. Yes, this is a reading for the 21st of June. This is winter solstice here in the southern hemisphere, and it'll be summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. But here in Kiwi land in good old Aotearoa, New Zealand, where I reside, the 21st of June to me is a very special day. To me, that is the beginning of my new year, my personal new year. I've always associated my new year with the 21st of June, especially since I've immigrated to New Zealand, and I feel this deep, deep connection with the Maori. And the Maori people, the 21st of June is, Matariki, and in coordinates with, some of the European cultural beliefs, it is the time when we put out the fire and we start a new fire on the 21st of June. This is when we release the old and we embrace the new. We also enter a space where what I would call, personally, I feel like it's a void in between when you release what the previous year has brought and you go into the newness of the new year and the new energy, starting off with the sun increasing its daylight, in the next cycle, from putting out the flame of the old year and in between lighting the new flame for the coming year. There is a period, what I feel is a void. It is a period of limitlessness. It's a clean slate. The old flame has been put out, and you are in the process of lighting the flame anew. So that is that limitlessness, how do I say it? We live in a dimension of limitless possibilities, and I feel like it is in that moment when all these possibilities roll into one and all the possibilities are possible at the same time. So what I want to do with this reading is I want to tune into the Matariki energy. And for inspiration, I'm using this beautiful deck that I have. I'm still learning it. I'm learning the Maori culture, but it is the Fairy Oracle of Aotearoa, and I absolutely love this little deck. I've pre-drawn the card because I'm still learning the deck, and so what I want to do is, this is going to be our spiritual guidance, or the theme for our Matariki reading, our winter solstice reading. And then I'm using my beautiful Tarot de la Nuit deck for the reading. It's a tarot of the night, and I feel like this is such a suitable deck for this reading because, especially in the southern hemisphere where we go into winter solstice, it is just that energy of the darkness and the peacefulness that the dark can bring, that sort of like eerie kind of calm where you can really tap into the subconscious, your own subconsciousness and deep emotions, and go into hibernation and rest and breathe and be, and not be so distracted by the busy industrious kind of energy that the summertime brings. So if you are in the northern hemisphere, I'm not quite sure how this reading will fit in for you, but you're welcome to join. Please give me feedback on this reading if you found any, that you resonated with this reading. Give me feedback. Please click a like if you like this reading. Subscribe if you like my style. And then I also want to say, last but not least, to all my subscribers and everyone who's been supporting me throughout the years, I'm so grateful for sharing this beautiful spiritual journey with you. I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to bring in these messages for you. And I bring it from a humble place, you know, in my heart and in my being. This is what I was born to do, and if I can bring you any information to shed light on your path, I am so happy and humble to do this for you. It's a humbling experience for me to be able to do this. So I've been shuffling the cards while I've been talking about Matariki and the winter solstice, and so I will start to draw cards for us. And what they're showing me is to do lines of 5. My guides are showing me to do a reading lines of 5 to see what this new year is bringing to us in the way of growth, spiritual growth, challenges, rewards, you know, anything that we can look forward to. So remember, oh, there we go. So I'll take this first card that flipped over. And the rewards that this, you know, that this journey is bringing. And with the, you know, putting out of the flame and lighting it again, what are we letting go of and what are we creating space for in this new year as a collective? I'm reading for us, you know, in the way of I'm addressing the collective. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I'll cut the deck. So the first card that fell out, and this is the first card at the start of this Matariki moment. Okay, it is Temperance. This is a card of angels working behind the scenes, and there's a process of alchemy taking place. This is a divine moment where it lets me know, it speaks to me that I am the creator of my destiny. I am the alchemist in my life, but I also have support from the divine, the angels, because we are all connected. We connected to the angel realm, we connected to God, source, whatever you believe in. Our natural abilities is one of alchemy because we are created in God's image. We have the same potential as the heavenly beings, and we are learning to create balance. We are learning to take our time with things. I feel like this year coming in, we are going to learn how to be patient with our own creations, what we're trying to create in our life. I feel like we live in a society where everything is self-gratified. It's gratified instantly. We go onto internet, we order something online, we get something within a week coming from Australia or from the USA. We'll have it in 10 days on our front door. And we are so used to things just happening like that. But what the Temperance card is telling me is to keep in mind and to remember that some things take time. Some things asks you to be patient, asks you to temper your emotions, asks you to keep yourself together and focus on the process of what it is that you're doing instead of just keeping your eye on the result. It's like when you bake a cake. They're showing me when you bake a cake, You are actually looking at what you're doing rather than the picture in the book or on the screen of YouTube. If you're Googling it, you are watching your hands and you're watching what you are making instead of looking at the picture in the book of what the end result is going to be like. So I feel we're starting off this Matariki with being divinely guided in acquiring patience and learning to keep moderation in everything, and to be patient with ourselves, to be patient with the processes that we are busy with inside ourselves spiritually, but also to be patient with other people and the processes that they are going through as well. We have the Emperor, so we are also learning to stand strong in our own truth. We are learning to be more responsible concerning our own welfare as well as the people who are assigned to us. This is anything from parenting to be an authority figure, to be a leader, to be, wherever you are in a position of leadership or authority, whether you are a parent, a teacher, um, whatever it is, I feel like this is taking the responsibility of knowing once again, because I feel like the Emperor is looking back on this. I'm going to bring the focus in a bit here so we can see the cards a bit better. So the Emperor is looking back to the star, and he's like, okay, well, the Emperor is king of his kingdom. He is the CEO of his own company. And he's looking and he's starting to realize that there is a human factor involved in everything. That, businesses these days, however big the companies are, they are, how do I say it? They're being run in such a way that it doesn't take the human factor into consideration. But I feel like if you're in a managerial position, that you would start to take into consideration that some things take time. If you want a good result, then some things take time. We live in a society where everything is being, manufactured. Everything is running against the clock, and it's how fast you can deliver X amount. But I feel like with some of us, it is learning about healthy boundaries and taking your time and being in control of your own journey, refusing to be dictated to, refusing to be rushed with what it is that you are doing, because if you want a good result, you're going to need time. So we have the Three of Swords, which is we're going to have to heal our hearts. We're going to have to stand in our truth, speak from the heart. Look, her heart was ripped out of her chest. But the Three of Swords, to me, isn't always about having a disappointment in love. The Three of Swords to me sometimes is about speaking your truth and having the courage to speak your mind even though it may hurt. Standing in your own authenticity and saying, this is who I am, this is what I do, especially with it sitting right next to the Emperor, who is kind of like taking control of the whole situation and wanting to build those firm foundations and taking leadership and taking responsibility. You can only take responsibility for yourself and speak your truth if you know who you are. And the Emperor knows who he is. He's a masculine, mature male figure. The Emperor is Aries, Capricorn, energy. These people do not muck around. And what I like about this Temperance is Sagittarius energy. That's also fire. So I feel like we're starting this Matariki new year. We're starting it off with a big bang, standing in our authenticity and speaking our truth, speaking from the heart, even though it may hurt. We have the Nine of Wands. That's about setting up healthy boundaries, starting to say no. Once again, there's more fire coming in. There's a lot of passion, but we're trying to temper it with this Temperance card. We want to keep the balance, because we know if we start out too fast out the gate, wanting to be intimidating and have everything going our way without taking other factors into consideration, we will burn our fingers. We have the Nine of Swords. So with this Nine of Swords at the end, with this Temperance on this side, is telling me that to be able to calm our inner fears and to our anxieties, our sleepless nights, whatever distress we are experiencing in our life, our healing comes from slowing down and finding balance in our life. We get upset, we get tied into knots, and we struggle with worries and insecurities and anxieties when we are out of balance. And Nine of Swords is about mental energy. This is a mental block. It's also about taking your time to work through your mental issues. Some of us will get opportunity to work through our own energetic blocks through standing in our truth and speaking our truth, okay, from the heart, because this is from the heart, and taking control of situations which does not serve us. Starting to say no, especially with his Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior energy. So I feel like this year we feel like we want to change the game. We're not gonna be in it for other people. It's about trying to find the balance in your own energy. Take care of yourself first before you can take care of the next person. So we have the Page of Swords. We have the World. Two of Wands. The Queen of Swords. There's a lot of swords here. And the Wheel. So what I can see from this is we do have the ability to overcome our fears and our obstacles if we can temper our juvenile behavior, because the Page of Swords is someone who's not grown up. It's a very curious type of energy. But I feel like, with this Page of Swords, it could go either way. Either it is someone who is, insecure and, spying on other people through social media, and behaving immaturely with their words, wounding with their words, speaking before they thought things through, speaking before they put in the thought of how it would affect the person standing in front of me, or if I say something, how will it affect that person that I'm speaking of. And I feel it's sitting right below this Temperance card. So for me, it's about to temper the words that you speak. Think before you speak. Find the middle ground before, in your self-expression. And we have the world next to it below the emperor. I do feel like we are finishing off with juvenile behavior. We want to have a more grown-up approach, and we want to be more in control and take responsibility, or we should be taking more responsibility for our actions. But the world is also receiving recognition for your efforts. And the world below the emperor to me is like, if you follow your path, if you find the middle way, your recipe of success and completing and completion is to be able to find the middle path of balance. And once you have balanced yourself out, you will be able to create opportunities. These two of wands here, if you if you take on the responsibility and start to take responsibility for yourself and the decisions that you make through the energy of the emperor, when you decide to be authentic and to not sacrifice your being and your personality to please other people, when you stand in your own authenticity, you open up energetic doors for you to move through. And this involves speaking your truth. We have the Queen of Swords here. This woman does not, she does not entertain fools. I just want my camera to act to. She doesn't entertain fools. She's intellectual. She's passionate. She is one that wants the facts. She speaks her truth. She can see both sides of a situation. She's pragmatic, intellectual. She knows how to look for small details that can be very important, that can be make or break. She might come across as a cool on the exterior, but she's a very passionate about, you know, knowledge and being intellectual. She's connected to her heart through her intellect. So this is about gathering information and not making decisions on a whim. So I see that this page of swords is going to grow in this year. I see a progression where once you start to stop your juvenile communication and selfish behavioral patterns where everything is about you, that is when you're going to open the doors of your own prosperity. The wheel of fortune is stepping in. This card is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is going direct on the 11th of August this year. So I feel like so far we are moving forward until Jupiter goes forward. We are sort of like lining up and getting our ducks in a row. We want to make sure that we stand strong in ourselves, and that we have all our weaknesses in inverted commas, like our anxieties and our inner securities, and maybe even if your heart was broken and ripped out of your chest. I like this Nine of Wands because this is a card that says this is the wounded warrior. You're broken, but you're not giving up on anything. You've not given up on anything. You're ready for the next round. You're ready for the next battle. And I feel like because of this fighting spirit, this warrior spirit that we have with this 21st June energy with Matariki, we're going in with a fighting spirit because there's quite a bit of wands here. These swords, we have an intellectual approach, but we have the wheel and we have the world here. So I feel like truly we are ending cycles where we had to fight battles and where we had to go through heartache and mental anguish, emotional anguish. In this Matariki on the 21st of June, we're finishing with all of that, and we are actively creating open doors with this Wheel of Fortune stepping in. We have the Nine of Cups. She seems quite chuffed with herself. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Chariot. And look, she sits on a magic carpet. Normally the Chariot is two horses pulling a chariot and they like going really fast, but she's riding a magic carpet. This is a magic carpet ride. We have the Sun. Beautiful. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to stick with 3 rows here. So what I want to say is, as this here progress, we are going to pursue our deep emotional satisfaction through determining what it is that we want, and we're going to actively create opportunities and step through doors, even if it means we have to go into spaces and have experiences that we feel completely out of depth. We are quite willing to step into our Emperor energetic and take each and every opportunity that comes our way to make our dreams come true. This is the Wish card, the 9 of Cups. This is your deep emotional satisfaction manifesting in about 9 months from now. If you are dedicated to standing in your true authenticity, take responsibility for your actions and your decisions, making informed decisions, you will reap your rewards, especially if you can build healthy boundaries and say no to people, things, and situations that doesn't serve you, and focus on your goals more than trying to please other people by pretending you're something you're not. You will make good headway. And I see that, with the 8 of Cups, this is leaving situations that is draining you emotionally, that doesn't serve you, people or situations that you feel like you're pouring yourself down a bottomless pit. But this is you actually making the decision to leave those situations behind, to go on your own journey. She's looking over her shoulder. She's saying, sorry, I have to go. I'm leaving now. I'm going. You won't see me again. I'm on my way. Okay? 8 of Cups. And it's right below the World card here, which to me is finishing off with those situations that is leaving you emotionally drained. And then we have this magic carpet ride. Once you make that decision to move forward and leave everything, people, situations, jobs, whatever it may be, to make the choice to pursue your own happiness and satisfaction, you will start to make really fast progress. This card is Cancer. So Cancer is from the 21st of June till the 21st of July. So I kind of feel like, um, excuse me, like by a year from now, you would have had huge progress and leaps and bounds concerning your achievements and where it is you want to go. This is picking up speed, moving forward, moving fast. And I kind of also feel like this could be now at this present moment as well. Because we're talking about a year from now. So I feel like we are getting focused, we're getting ready to go on our journey for this new year. And this is about being in control. She's flying this magic carpet with her mind. The carpet goes where she directs it with her mind. And this is once again, it brings me to this Temperance energy where once again we are the creators of our own destiny, we are divine beings and we control our reality with our mindset. And we are divinely guided to do this. If you are open to receiving dreams, your angels will come to you in your dreams, and they will direct you, they will help you to find your way. And after the Chariot, we have the Sun. So the Sun is Leo. So next here, so we have Cancer season from the 21st of June till the 21st of July. Then we have the Sun from the 21st of July till the 21st of August. And so I feel like this is going to be your breakthrough. This is where you're going to truly, truly reap the rewards of being a true, authentic you, focusing on your goals, your emotional happiness, and what works for you and what doesn't. Learning the process to leave things behind, people behind, learning to say no, learning to have healthy boundaries, and to stand your ground when it comes to your own well-being and vitality, because the Sun is ruled by Leo. The Sun is responsible for, that is our health, our vitality, our clarity. It's a card of success, standing in the spotlight, getting recognition for your achievements. The Chariot is also a card of success. It's also a card of forward movement, achieving your goals. This is like being on the motorway of life, really. There's nothing stopping this thing from going forward. And then it is, breaking through and actually receiving the recognition and that space where you know your worth, you know what your contribution is in this world. And so I feel like this year coming in on a personal level is going to be a big year, for people who are dedicated to stand in their truth, speak their truth, and not turn a blind eye to things that aren't good for us. At the end, we get the Queen of Pentacles. So we are creating a very firm foundation for ourselves. I feel like this year is going to be a year of focusing on the self. Queen of Pentacles know how to take care of herself physically. She knows how to create her own security. She knows what it is that she needs for a comfortable life where, she doesn't lack for anything. She's beautifully dressed. She's got a flower in her hair. She's connected to nature. She's grounded. This card is ruled by Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Um, it's about taking care of yourself so you can take care of other people. Taking care of yourself so you can take care of your children. Taking care of yourself so you can take care of your husband or your partner or whoever it is that you share your life with. And if you're single, this is just you rocking your own show. This is you doing your own thing, knowing your value. And once you know your value, no one can take you for a ride. No one can do you in. No one can pull the wool over your eyes because you know your worth. And this is right next to the Sun. So I feel like, bringing in this energy and look how the two cards are speaking to each other. This Queen of Pentacles is looking right into the Sun card. She knows her worth, because Sun is about knowledge, it's about clarity. It's about good vitality, know where to invest your energy. And the Sun is also about the self. It's ruled by it's ruled by Leo, it's how do I say it? It's the knowledge of self. It's knowing who you are. And once again, when you stand in the spotlight, there's no room to hide. So I feel like this whole year is about finding your true authentic self and standing in your truth and knowing who you are, know what is good for you, and making decisions which brings in your prosperity through knowing your value. But you can only know your value if you have healthy boundaries and not allow other people to influence you. You can contribute to society, to your family, in a healthy way, with healthy boundaries, knowing when to say no and finding balance in your life. So I feel like this year, from the 21st, it's going to be a beautiful year, divinely guided to bring you to a place where you stand very strongly with the Emperor, very strongly in your truth. And through doing that, you are opening doors your um, to your own vitality. You're going to take good care of your health, take good care of your body, your finances, anything that's good for you. And the Wheel of Fortune is bringing in blessings together with the Nine of Cups, because these two were sitting right next to each other. Okay, and all of this ties in with this temperance, what it is that you are creating for yourself, and how your divinely guided inspiration is guiding you. If you stop and listen, tune into your intuition, and be moderate about everything that you do in this year, you will be so blessed, so blessed. Because you will be standing strong in yourself. And when you're strong in yourself, you can take care of anything that comes your way. So our card for inspiration is Fairy of the Infinite. Now, I will try to pronounce it. I'm still learning Te Reo, but it is called Patupaerehe o te ao kore motunga. Okay, the Fairy of the Infinite. And I shuffle the deck, and I like that little kiruru that's sitting. The kiruru is the wood pigeon. It's sitting on the branch there. And look at there, see the spirits in the sky. Okay, so this little card might be a little card, but it has a lot to say. This card stands for infinity, a fresh start, mystery, limitlessness, and surrender. And what do we do during Matariki? We surrender in that time, in that void, from when the flame is put out until it's lit again. We are surrendering to the void, to the nothingness. And it says, to the Patupere, the infinite was the place of the Hiningaru, the super consciousness. Okay, the infinite is multidimensional, and it extends in every direction. It transcends all limitations, and this is the infinite realm of potential from where all primal energy derives. And I feel like when I said that that's the void, when we put out the flame before we light the fire again, this is the place where we reside. That's that place of infinite possibilities. And in the Maori tradition, the kura huna, the only one tribe of held the magical connections and secret knowledge of the infinite. And this tribe carries the totem of the home and orchard, as the katiaki, the guardian. Okay, so, and it basically says that with this little card, it indicates a powerful connection with a limited potential that exists within you. And this is where it brings it back to the temperance, that the journey is divinely guided. Every step of the way, we're not alone, but we are also divine beings creating our experience here. And it says it is time to embrace infinite possibilities and tap into the highest possible energies to assist you to express your fullest potential. And we gain our fullest potential when we have healthy boundaries and we stand strong inside of ourselves, just like the emperor. So being in the time of the depth of the dark. The balsamic or old moon, which is represented by this card too, it indicates it's time to rest as a complete cycle is now drawing to a close, which is what happens during Matariki. Sensitivity to the hidden worlds is heightened, and the plants die away. Plants die and they concentrate all their energy in a seed. And it's in the time of rest and regeneration and preparation for new life and for the start of a new cycle. So it's to distill and extract wisdom from your experiences. Strike out on your own and shake off remnants of the dead past. So, once again, this is that Eight of Cups, moving forward and leave the dead past behind. Striking out on your own and going on your own journey. It's really a beautiful card that speaks to, each and every card. The 15 cards that I've drawn here, this card is the culmination of all these cards. And it says, this card indicates going within and using your psychic abilities to create a new vision, linking into the superconscious aspect of yourself. So I feel like meditation, if you could do any sort of meditation, that is a good way of tapping into your inner world to determine what is your happiness, what is your Nine of Cups, what is it that you want to, what makes you happy. If it can be the small things, it can be just living a simple life and appreciating the small things, but it's determining what makes you happy through connecting to your inner world, uniting both hemispheres of the brain, using intuition and intelligence together in a balanced, seamless manner, knowing you have a limitless potential. And once again, it brings us back to this temperance, the limitless potential of creating our own experience and being divinely guided. But we are also divine beings here, each on our own journey. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I love bringing this reading to you. Please let me know what you think of this reading. Give me feedback. I truly wish you the very best for this new year from Matariki. And, give me feedback. I'd love to hear back from you. I wish you the very best. Have a beautiful, beautiful year. Ka kite, everyone. I loved reading for you. Kia pai tu rā. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Light and love.